Now this might be a strong contender for the best Indian cop movie. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage. I have reviewed about 400 Indian movies on the channel, and today I want to talk about the 1983 Hindi language crime drama ARDH SATYA. It is my second film by director Govind Nihalanis after we have already reviewed Party, the film he made after this one. Nihalani is an important figure in India's parallel cinema movement, and before he ventured into directing, he has worked as a director of cinematography for several of Shyam Benegal's films. ARDH SATYA won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Hindi as well as Best Actor for Om Puri, who plays the young police officer Anand Velanka. The short synopsis on IMDb is kind of funny, but also describes the film very well. A newly appointed police rookie deals with corruption, romance and brutality. Or at least it encapsulates some of its main themes, because the approach, as you expect from a parallel cinema film, is super realistic and at times almost documentary-like. I got aware of this film after Dennis and I have reviewed Ishwar Niva's 1999 cop drama Shul, starring the great Manoj Bajpayee in a similar role. Both films share quite a few similarities as they shine a light on the many seemingly insurmountable flaws of the system and how one man gets to his breaking point. In the end, we had quite a few issues with Shul, and several people in the comments told us that we have to see ARDH SATYA, which is regarded as one of the best, if not the best, cop drama in Indian cinema. And now that I have seen it, I agree that it's a really good film. I think what I like most about it is how it looks at things from two perspectives, which are both interconnected and affecting each other. We have the individuum and we have the system. How is one shaped by the other? How much are the circumstances having an effect on our personality and actions? How much are we bringing our own demons into something and using or abusing a place of power? Problems about police brutality, racism and or casteism are often brushed aside by saying it's just a bunch of rotten apples, a bunch of bad cops, while there are apparently more good ones to be found as well. But these problems are in fact not just about some bad individuals, but go deeper. They are systemic, and if you don't tackle it at the roots, there will always be huge problems. Our cop in this movie, Anand Velanka, gets into the system and he soon has to learn that it's not just simply about the law, and that there are certain people who seem to be above the law, even if they are breaking it in clear daylight. Rama Shetty is such a person, an influential local gangster who also decides to enter politics later on. It's really quite fascinating how these different themes and aspects are reoccurring again and again, but that's because these things are really that intertwined and still affecting Indian society or society in general. And ARDH SATYA does a fine job dissecting this, and by doing so painting this very bleak and angst-ridden picture. And while we have the flaws of the system on one side, we have the individuals on the other. Or actually not on the other, but as part of it. And Anand Velanka, like everyone else, brings his own baggage with him, his own background, which was characterized by a brutal father figure. That father, who was a cop himself, is played by the great Om Puri, whose powerful and commanding presence always adds to the films he is in. Especially in the scenes when his son is resisting his father's influence and traditional wishes. Om Puri is fantastic in the lead role, and his portrayal of this young troubled man is quite haunting. He is trapped in the system, but also adds to its evil. When he's beating down on some people in custody early on, for a second I was afraid that the movie has no real problem with such behavior. He is supposed to be this righteous, law-abiding policeman after all, and this kind of police brutality seems to be such a normal and commonly accepted thing in India, something that we have seen in so many movies till this date. But fortunately, for the movie and my own beliefs, it is not considered as something good. It's great how direct Nihalani tackles these issues. For example, when Amrish Puri is openly telling his wife that policemen need to learn the right way to beat or torture people without killing them. In his words, how else would anyone ever commit to a crime? Anand gets confronted about his own demons and actions again and again. mostly through his growing relationship with Smita Patil's character Jyotsna. She's a young lecturer at a local college, an intellectual who is questioning the status quo and also involved with protests. She likes Anand a lot, but she's also troubled by his darker sides, and honestly, I was quite surprised how much he still comes back to him again and again. A huge element, and also something that we have seen quite a lot from very serious approaches to less serious ones, is the topic of alcoholism. Anand is an alcoholic. He needs the bottle to, I think, endure this big cognitive dissonance that he can't find a solution for, wanting to do the right thing, but being stuck with the realities of his job and also personal trauma. Satya is based on the short story Surya by D.A. Panvalkar, and its title is also taken from and referencing a poem by Dilip Chitre. It translates to half-truth, and the poem is openly discussed at 2 points in the movie. I would lie if I told you that I completely understand the message of it, but how it and the movie deals with masculinity, impotence and this labyrinth or circle of deceit is very fascinating nevertheless. Govind Nihalanis is able to create a very dense and bleak atmosphere. He also did the cinematography for the film, and it's one of those that create this really impressive, kind of devouring picture of a city. I'm pretty certain that it was very influential for many Mumbai crime films that were coming out in the following decades. Before I conclude the review, I want to mention the acting one more time. As I already said, Om Puri is fantastic in the role as a torn man. Amrish Puri is a great fit for his father. His mother is played by Madhuri Purandare, and while she's only in a few scenes and mostly reduced to being an expression of innocence, she left an impact. Though it was odd how young she looked. I think the actress is even younger than Om Puri, who is supposed to play her son. Smita Patil, who I have already seen in Mirch Masala and who tragically died at the age of just 31, was also great in this, and I liked how strong of a character Jyotsna is. Maybe she's sticking a bit too much with Anand, but her actions never diminish the strength of her character, and it's great how she pushes and challenges Anand while also trying to come to terms with what it means to really know someone or get to know someone. We also get Naseeruddin Shah in a small but nonetheless very impressive role as a former policeman. His character functions a bit like a warning for Anand, like a cautionary tale of what might happen to him as well. Another actor I was really impressed by is Sadashiv Amrapurkar as the gangster boss Rama Shetty. What I liked about his choice was how much of an average looking, kind of small guy he appears to be. And yet he commands this presence, and you don't quite know at first how much influence he actually has. An all-in-all fantastic cast and a very sophisticated and bleak character and system study. So in German I'd say, Govind Nihalanis ARDH SATYA ist ein verdammt starkes Charakterdrama mit einem fantastischen Om Puri in der Hauptrolle und gleichzeitig auch eine starke und erschütternde Systemstudie über Polizeigewalt, Korruption und Macht oder Machtlosigkeit. I give ARDH SATYA 8 out of 10. It's more like 8.1, but I don't do that. Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about ARDH SATYA. And also, which Om Puri movie should I watch next? You can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd and also on Patreon, simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.